friends, Jason here, Northern Path Family Farm, joined here by my favorite right-hand man and farmhand as per usual, Mr. Aiden Brake. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good, good, good. It's been some time since we had our last update, and we appreciate all the well wishes and emails. This spring 2016 here, we've had a lot of new projects, a lot of new endeavors that we've yet to undertake here on the farm. What have we been doing of late, Aiden?
Well, we have some really cool animals that you guys would like, and we also built this really cool device for those animals, so stay tuned. We
sure did. You'll see that in the video coming up. We also have something kind of neat for those that are maybe a little nostalgic with respect to old-time farm equipment. That's right, we got a new farm implement that we got here on the farm here a couple weeks ago that's been a great help and a great labor savings that you'll see here in just a few minutes. We had a very slow start to the spring this year. We actually recorded our last frost on May 23rd here on the farm, where typically our last frost date averages closer to May 9th. But after spring came, it wasn't long before we were back outside, getting to work, and of course having a little bit of fun. As we do every year in spring, we take some time away from our chores to head out into the woods, to forage for some of the delectable offerings of spring. The wild leeks were in abundance this year, which made for some very tasty homemade wild leek and potato soup. Of course, morel mushrooms are also high on our list of edibles to hunt for this time of year, but for some reason our usual spots did not yield the abundance that we've experienced in past years.
Another turtle. Another turtle. About the same size.
Why did the turtle cross the road? Well, to start a new brood, of course. Driving into town in June usually means looking out for those slow-moving turtles who are on the move, seeking out their desired nesting location so they can get to egg laying. We learned long ago to keep a spare pair of hefty gloves in the truck to facilitate shuttling these guys to the other side of the road. I wouldn't do it any other way. That's right, we got ourselves a tractor, a 1948 McCormick Farmall International Harvester Cub. This Farmall Cub was built for the small-scale homesteader. They advertised it as the perfect size tractor for a homesteader with 40 acres or less. We've got this one bottom plow attachment with a revolving, rotating coulter that helps turn over the soil, break up the land so that we can then afterwards run a disc through. And then we went ahead and planted this plot here with some corn, some onions, and some other squash, and then some pumpkins as well. Does a great job, and this thing's built like a tank, and we expect many years of use out of it. We've got our first batch of broiler chicks that here shown in the brooder. They have since graduated and are now out on pasture here in the portable chicken tractors, and they've got a couple more weeks until graduation day. Continuing where we left off in 2015, we're planting more and more trees starting this spring. The first big project that we undertook was we planted over 100 chestnut trees in the back 5 acres here. This is part of our silvopasture development that will eventually have our livestock running through, and of course taking advantage of the abundant yields of the different fruits and nuts that we have planted back here. Just got our first pigs driving home. Got to get them in their new pen, their new digs at the farm. They're back there. Got 2 of them. They are Tamworth Mulefoot mixed with Old stock. So we're just driving home now. They're sort of calmed down. They were sort of making a lot of noise at the beginning when they got in the car, not used to the ride. So we're excited.
outside of that, the people.
After putting together a simple shelter for the pigs, we decided to get creative and repurpose an old diesel fuel tank that's a remnant here on the farm from the bygone days of when this place was conventionally farmed. We took it apart, removed the top holding tank, and then the idea was we wanted to salvage the stand. So on top of this stand, we used some old timbers from left over in the barn, and the idea was we were going to create an elevated platform by using some 4x6 lumber, creating a very sturdy floor. And this will give us an elevated platform from which we will then have some food-grade barrels filled up with water to create a gravity-fed watering system for the pigs. Here we're just adding some structural rigidity, some cross beams, using some other steel stock that we found in the barn. Got to keep this thing sturdy with all the added weight. So we manually just fill up those barrels, and then they're manifolded down to a hose, which terminates to a nipple waterer that's actuated when the pigs bite down on a little lever in the center of that water, and that creates a steady flow. We had to get the pigs used to it. We put their feed dish next to the water nipple, and before long they were curious and bit down and saw the steady stream of water. It's a system that's working out very well so far.